Helen Smith grew up without a father. From her mother Angela, she learned that she had lived in New York, where she had met a young man, but after a while they had broken up and the girl returned to her hometown. There she discovered that she was pregnant. Since then, she was raising her daughter alone and keeping her strict. Perhaps Helen's mother did not want her daughter to repeat her mistakes. If she was coming home late from somewhere, Angela constantly scolded her. She told her daughter not to hang out with guys who only wanted one thing from her. Instead, she recommended paying attention to David, whom she considered a suitable match for her daughter. But Helen didn't like him and rejected his clumsy attempts to woo her. Mrs. Smith wanted Helen to start a family and always live next to her, but the girl was attracted by New York. Helen was very offended and upset that her mother felt that she was not ready for life in the big city. In addition, recently her friend Alice told the girl that she was soon moving to New York and invited Helen to join. The girl knew that her mother would never allow her to do this and would begin to manipulate her health, as it had happened many times before. So she decided to run away. She called a friend and started packing. Fortunately, she had money to start life in a big city. She saved some amount when she was working on the farm in the summer. Helen wrote a note to her mother and left the house. She sincerely hoped that her mother would eventually forgive her. Once in New York, both girls were full of delight and euphoria. Soon they found an apartment and went in search of work. Alice immediately got a job as a salesperson in a small store. Helen wanted to be a hotel manager. Once she was invited for an interview in one place. Arriving there, she started talking to the boss, who was a gray-haired man in his 50s. After talking to Helen, he decided to hire her. At the same time, he said that she reminded him of an old friend and showed a photograph that was on his desk. When Helen saw the photo, she froze. "Where did you get this photo?" she asked in a trembling voice. "This is my Angela," the director replied. "We loved each other, and then she died. Why do you ask?" "The thing is, this is my mother," Helen said. It turned out that the man met Angela 25 years ago. They fell in love and wanted to get married. But one day, Angela went to Oklahoma to visit her parents. Her bus had an accident, and the girl's mother told him that Angela had died. At that time, she was expecting a child. Angela's parents wouldn't even let him visit her grave, as they blamed him for everything that had happened. Since then, the man's personal life did not work out, and he lived alone. "It means I'm your daughter," Helen exclaimed and hugged the man. They decided to go to Oklahoma to meet Angela. It was revealed that 25 years ago, her mother deceived her by saying that her boyfriend left her due to her pregnancy. In such a magical way, the family had reunited again, and Helen was so happy to meet her father.